What's the most ridiculous thing you've seen me do?
Get married to me? Does that count? Tell me the story of when we first met, but from my perspective.
You had a lot of ziti.
Yes.
I know you had a lot of ziti that night. And you were newly single. Mm-hmm. And you were swiping on Tinder. And you swiped right on a girl who invited you to an event. And you were sort of like, oh, okay, I don't know if I'm into that, sure. And then my favorite part is that there was a $50 cover. And now that I know you better, I'm like, I cannot believe you paid a $50 cover to go into this event.
Wait, what are you saying?
We don't like paying money to pay money.
I had traveled far.
And you went in, looked around, saw the girl from across the bar, and felt like she wasn't really for you. So then you decided to escape. You dipped around the corner, sat on a sofa, and decided to regroup and figure out what you were going to do that night. And then I sat next to you. That was really butchered.
That was butchered, but well abridged. I mean, we do have like a full hour and 20-minute version of this.
Yeah, we have too much. We've told this story enough times that it's easy to get them confused. But we love our meeting story.
It's a good story.
I love our meeting story because everything about it is not really in character for both of us.
Yes. It was March 29th,
2014.
Check it. A lot of rain, a lot of thunder, a lot of wind. You decided by some strange miracle to go out alone as well in this stormy night, but you just wanted to go out. I think we both had a sense of like a FOMO of something that we didn't know what it was.
But now that I know what homebodies we both are, it's all the more amazing.
Amazing. So you went to this thing by yourself, and you were supposed to meet a friend, a guy. I believe you did meet him, but he said, I gotta go, ostensibly, I think, to go do coke. That was my theory. Across the street.
We'll never know for sure.
We'll never know, but I'm sure that's what it was. So he left mysteriously. He's like, I'll be back in 20, 30 minutes? And during that time, you were just sort of just waiting around, and then he was kind of like not showing up. It was taking a while. And you sat next to me where I had just previously sat because I was trying to sort of escape a situation. And you started texting him. And I looked at you and I said,
what are you doing here?
Nice.
Good pickup line.
Well done.
Okay. When was the last time you considered ending this relationship, and why didn't you?
Oh, I consider it every single time you like leave something on the floor. It's like in my way. No, I've never, ever considered it. Not never for one split second.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever?
Never. I mean, in the moment, I've sort of like, in like a childish rage, I've been like, well, I'll just leave. Yeah. Usually it's not, it's not, the thought isn't that I'll leave you. The thought is like, well, I'll just kill myself. No, but I mean, that's just, it's not a real thought.
I know what you mean. It's not a real thought. It's pure rage.
Yeah.
And it's irrational.
I never have thought about leaving you, not for 1 second, and I never will leave you, and I know that for a fact. And I couldn't say that even in the first week of dating girls that I was madly in love with in my past. So you got me for life. Sorry. What do you think I'm hesitant to tell you? It's a good question.
These are good questions.
Person in the sky.
Person in the sky.
But I think, and this is such a cop-out answer, but I do think that one of the strongest foundations of our relationship, and what the foundation of all what I believe strong relationships should be, is that there's no hesitation to tell anything. Like, I literally tell you every single thing. The only things that I possibly don't let you in on are the deep, deep existential fears I have. But those are so like neurotic, Jewish.
But I wish you would.
It's too much. It's too much. I keep those down.
But the times you do let me in on that, speaking of feeling close, like that's when because I know they're there. But I also know that you'll only let me see them like twice a year.
Yeah. It's usually when I'm like coming out of the doghouse.
It's totally.
I'll be like, incidentally.
I almost feel like you do it to get out of the doghouse. Yeah. You're like, look, I have these demons, okay? Yeah, yeah. And it works because I'm like, oh, let me talk to you about it.
Yeah, I can see infinity. Okay, it's a heavy burden. No, it's like, but I've let you in on that, and I think you also have similar existential fears that you sometimes keep at bay. And I
tell you more than you tell me.
You tell me more than I tell
Way
you.
More.
It's true. I'm a guy though. I have a carte blanche to not tell everything, don't I? As a person with a penis.
No, I think that you have. I think there are deep fears within you that I feel like you don't even want to tell me because you're afraid that I'll see you differently.
No, it's not that I'm afraid you'll see me differently. I'm afraid that they're so dark that like I don't want you to suffer them. Like they're so terrible that if I bring them out, it's like I'm bringing like demons into you. They're such horrible thoughts.
But the thing is, when you tell me those things, I don't have the same reaction to those things.
That's true. You're tough.
We're tough in different ways.
Yeah. When do I feel most distant to you, and what's your secret weapon for bringing me back?
I mean, I would tie it back to the sort of dark side, the demons that you have, and how rarely you do share them with me, even though I know they're there. And I think sometimes I could see you kind of focusing on that more, but then you still won't let me in. Like I know that there are things you keep from me, and what I think is funny is that you think that I don't know that you're keeping them from me. It's cute.
It is.
Of course I know.
Men are very simple.
Well, also I get you. Mm-hmm. I can practically read your mind.
It's incredible. Like just when I'm having those distant thoughts, you're like, so you want to talk about something?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
I can't get away with anything here. And I know I have a real secret weapon, much more specific, that just rubbing your head.
I do love my head being rubbed.
I've never met anyone in the world who likes their head being rubbed more than you.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
And I would say that not only do you like it more than sex, you like it like, if sex is like a 7, it's like a 9.5. It's not even close.
There's nothing like a good head rub.
Yeah, and no matter how angry at me you are, or no matter how upset you are, or how distant or disconnected or whatever, if I just come with a head rub, it's just, you're like,
I can't help it.
It's just like, it's amazing. It's like,
not fair.
It's like, you're just like Brian the dog in Family Guy. Like no matter how much you want to be mad at me, the head rub brings you to this animalistic place of love. It's great.
I agree. You're not
I've given away your secret now. Anyone who's in the doghouse with you is going to start just weirdly rubbing your head.
There's nothing like it. If you could go back to our first date, what advice would you give yourself about being in a relationship with me?
I would tell myself to not ever for 1 minute take you for granted. Because I have at times, and I regret that.
What?
It's not a big enough table to flip. That's the advice I would give myself. I think that advice would make my old self realize the weight of what I think you have to offer in my life. It's heavy. If this were to be our last conversation, what's something you'd never want me to forget?
Are you envious of me? No, envious of my position having to answer that question.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yes. That's a rough one.
It's horrible. You can do it.
I would tell you that beyond all the things you know, which is that I love you and see you on the deepest of levels, I would tell you that you're enough.
Oh.
You know what I mean. Ah, God, these questions.
Final question. What's one experience you hope we'll share in the future?
I want to do everything with you. It's hard. There's not enough time.
Yeah.
I have a couple. I hope that we live somewhere else for a while, where you get to let your Disney character really fly free. Maybe have a farm, or just see you thrive in a non-city setting. And I don't know, kids is always tough. That's really my main driving force in wanting kids, is because I think you'd be such a good dad.
Yeah, I lean towards saying, to bring a little you into the world just seems, in
I'd rather
theory,
be a little you.
I know, that's the problem. You want a little me, I want a little you. Idealistically, I do want us to experience that. I know we're going to have to go through a lot of mental work to get to that place.
Yeah.
But I do feel like that's an experience I want to have with you, and I do want us to be in a place someday where we're both doing things that we love, ideally together.
Yeah.
And where we can just wake up in the morning and both look at each other and know that there's no conflict in our direction and where we're going. And, on top of that, we have each other.
Yeah, it's a bonus. Last question. What does my love feel like?
It feels like I have a superpower. It feels like you give me, it's like whenever there's hardship, whenever I'm down, whenever things don't seem exactly the way I want them to be, I think of you and it's like Popeye spinach. It's just
Topped up.
Yeah, it feels truly like a superpower. Like I feel like you energize me no matter how down I am and no matter how crappy I feel about myself. There's this perpetual, like I'm constantly plugged in to the outlet.
That's a good answer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. Why, thank you.
Mine is, I'm just such a chronic doubter, and I lack confidence in so many ways, or just not confidence in my choices and decisions, and you're like the thing on this planet about which I could not be more sure, and that's like my, I don't know, when you said...
Elixir?
No, not elixir, it's like you're my...
Superpower?
Not superpower, although that is very sweet. Like a lighthouse.
Beacon.
Thank you.
Nice.
Good job.
Okay. I wasn't listening enough to the question. I was just thinking of words. Beacon. Got it.
It gives me faith in myself in other arenas in my life to know that I have the right instincts and that I can make choices that I won't regret because I chose you, and I'm 100% confident in that decision 7+ years later. And I haven't felt that way about anything else in my life. So it's like, I got that.
So what does it feel like? Like a warm blanket?
Kind of.
Nice.
A weighted blanket.
Oh, a weighted blanket. Most underrated thing on earth.
A warm weighted blanket.
Yeah. I think we are warm weighted blankets for each other.
Yeah. Anxiety suppressing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Always exciting, even when things are boring, to be with you.
I love you. That's sweet.
I love you too.
Hey, it's Ashika here from The Skin Deep. Thank you so much for being here and watching this conversation. If you want to have more meaningful conversations like this at home, some of our best questions are in this card game right here. To check it out, go to shop.theskindeep.com. Thank you.